Hi, my name is Beth from SmileWisdom, and I've got some tips on how to make your next interview more successful. Tip number one is to make sure that you do your research. You need to do your research on the practice before going to an interview because firstly, you need to make sure you know exactly where it is. You can't be turning up late to an interview, and also you need to make sure that you can travel that distance every single working day. So you also need to know that the practice is right for you. All research can be done online on the practice's website. You can see what treatments they have to offer, if it's private, NHS or mixed. How many staff are actually working there. That way you get just how big the practice is. Tip number two is to always have at least 5 questions to ask the interviewer. So you can prepare for these questions from the last tip, from doing your research. By having at least 5 questions, this is going to show the employer that you're a lot more interested and also make you feel less bad while being interviewed because you're not just going to be sat there waiting for questions to be asked. A good question to ask the employer would be, what would make a successful dental nurse at your practice? They should hopefully hit back with certain traits that they're looking for, and you can see if you match any of those. Tip number 3 is to make sure that you always dress appropriately. Never worry about underdressing because by overdressing you would probably impress the employer more. Tip number 4 is to make sure that you always arrive early to your interview. This shows that you're eager to be there, and also while you are waiting for the interviewer you can sit at reception and make conversation and see what they're like because potentially you're going to be working with these people. You need to make sure that the team is right for you. Not just sat there, most of the time the interviewer will come down to reception and ask what they thought of you when you first walked in. Again, first impressions are crucial. Tip number 5 is to never stop smiling. I mean, you don't need to walk around like this all the time, but at least look approachable. No employer wants to hire someone that looks down in the dumps all the time. And we both think that you'll be very successful in your next interview.